Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into something really interesting. The second law of behavior change, make it attractive. Our mission is basically to figure out why some habits feel irresistible, and more importantly, how you can use that knowledge. We've got some great sources lined up that really unpack the surprising science behind what we desire. Okay, let's kick off with something a bit strange, maybe. Did you know baby herring gulls actually peck more at a fake beak, like a cardboard cutout with big red dots, than their own mother's beak?
Yeah, it sounds odd, but that's a perfect example of what scientists call a supernormal stimulus. It's basically an exaggerated version of reality.
Hmm.
And our brains, well, they often respond more strongly to these exaggerations, and we humans, we're just as susceptible. Think about junk food.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Our ancestors craved salt, sugar, fat. They were rare, valuable, survival stuff. But now,
Hmm.
the food industry engineers food with like bliss points, that perfect hit of flavor and dynamic contrast,
Ugh.
crunchy outside, creamy
With
inside.
those cookies, yeah.
Exactly. They're supernormal stimuli. They hijack our old instincts, making us want more and more, way beyond what's natural or, frankly, good for us.
So those cravings we get, scrolling social media, reaching for chips, it's like our ancient wiring being manipulated by modern engineering. That's kind of unsettling.
It is. It really makes you question what's driving your own actions sometimes.
And that ties into dopamine, right? For ages, everyone thought dopamine equals pleasure. But then there was that experiment, the one with the rats. It completely flipped that idea.
Oh, absolutely mind-blowing. They blocked the dopamine pathways in these rats, and the rats just lost the will to live. They wouldn't eat or drink even if sugar water, something they normally like, was put right next to them.
Wow. So they still liked it, but didn't want it.
Precisely. That's the key insight. Dopamine isn't really about the pleasure of the reward. It's about the anticipation, the wanting, the craving for it. Think about gambling addicts. The dopamine hit comes before they place the bet. It's the thrill of possibility.
Not necessarily after they win or lose.
Right. Our brains actually have way more circuitry dedicated to wanting things than to liking them. Desire is the engine. It really is.
Okay, so desire is the engine, not just the pleasant feeling after. That's huge. So if we want to build good habits, we need to focus on making ourselves want to do them. Make the anticipation itself attractive.
Exactly. And there are strategies for this. One great one is temptation bundling.
Right, like that student in Dublin, Ronan Byrne.
Yeah, the engineering student. He basically hacked his exercise bike,
Yeah,
hooked it up to his TV and laptop. Netflix would only play if he was cycling above a certain speed.
that's brilliant.
He bundled something he wanted watching Netflix with something he felt he needed to do exercise, made the exercise immediately more appealing.
Simple but effective.
And then there's the power of social norms. This is huge. We're social creatures hardwired to fit in. Think about the Polgar sisters, the chess prodigies.
Oh, amazing story.
Their whole life was chess, hours and hours of practice. But in their family culture, that intense focus was normal, celebrated even. It felt good, attractive, because it was the norm. And you see this in studies too, like Solomon Asch's conformity experiments. People will literally deny what they see just to fit in with the group.
So the takeaway for us is find your tribe. Join a group where the habit you want is just what people do.
Absolutely. If you want to read more, join a book club. Want to exercise? Find a running group or a gym class. Immerse yourself in a culture where that desired behavior is the standard. It makes it so much easier, so much more attractive.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense for building good habits. But what about breaking bad ones? How do we flip this?
Right, the inversion.
Yeah.
Make it unattractive.
Okay. Oh,
Well, first, you got to dig a bit deeper. What's the real motive behind the bad habit? Like, smoking? Is it just the nicotine? Or is it maybe about reducing stress? Or fitting in socially? Or just relieving boredom?
the underlying need.
Exactly. Once you understand the deeper motive, you can start to reframe the habit in your mind, associate it with negative feelings, or highlight the benefits of avoiding it. Instead of thinking, "Ugh, I have to get up early," try shifting it to, I get to wake up early, I get this quiet time. You're changing the association.
Changing the story you tell yourself about it.
Precisely.
Yep.
Or create a kind of motivation ritual. Like Ed Lattimore, the writer and former boxer, he found that just the act of putting on his headphones triggered his brain to focus for writing. even if no music was playing.
Interesting. So the ritual itself became the cue for the positive feeling of focus.
Yeah, you're linking the habit or the avoidance of a bad habit with something positive, making the alternative, the bad habit, seem less appealing. You're basically reprogramming the craving.
So this whole deep dive really boils down to attraction, doesn't it?
Mm.
It's that anticipation, that dopamine-fueled wanting that drives us. And our environment, our social groups, they massively shape what we find attractive.
They really do.
So the final thought for everyone listening, maybe take a moment to consider, what are the supernormal stimuli in your life right now? What exaggerated triggers might be pulling you towards habits you don't actually want? And knowing what we've discussed, how could you maybe redesign your surroundings or even just your mindset to make the things that truly serve you feel, well, a little more irresistible?